Hi everyone, my name is Manuela S. Namtega and today I am presenting my project on food affordability and student satisfaction at the University of Ghana. So that's my name, my student ID and the course code of its productivity tools. So the challenge, student food affordability and accessibility. So students currently face a transparency gap. We have rising food costs, but no easy way to compare prices, leading to inefficient spending at the busy locations like the night markets. So the main challenges students face are financial strain, price disparity, information gap, and the goal is to make sure they don't do guesswork. They make informed decisions to help with their budget and their spending on food. So the methodology and evidence gathering. So to investigate this, I used a mixed method approach. I collected primary data via Google Forms and cross-referenced it with the University of Ghana documentation and processed the results in Excel to ensure my findings were evidence-based. So the first step, as you can see, is survey design, where I designed the Google Forms. And the second step is primary data collection, where I distributed the forms via WhatsApp through to my colleagues and other students to fill. Sorry. And the secondary research was the information I got from the University of Ghana website and other documents. And the Excel analysis was the analysis I did after getting the data, the feedback from the Google Forms. So this is how the Google Form looked like. So it was food affordability and student satisfaction survey. This survey aims to understand how food prices, portion sizes, and convenience affect students' satisfaction on campus. Your response are anonymous, yes. So this was the forms, and as you can see, I got 71 responses, but I actually worked with 66 responses because that was the response I had at the time I was starting the project. So jollof rice dominating campus dining. My analysis reveals that jollof rice is the top choice for 31% of students. I mean, those who fill the form, yes, of students. However, this high demand also means that students are more exposed to price fluctuations, making them the group most in need of better pricing data. As you can see from the chart, jollof rice is the clear favorite among students. However, the data reveals a critical issue. Because this dish is in such high demand, students are more exposed to price volatility. Like um, my analysis shows that students are paying widely different prices for the same meal, depending on the vendor, which confirms that our current food system lacks pricing transparency, and students need to budget effectively. So next slide. So in this slide, as you can see where the arrow is, the highest traffic area is the night market. It is the most utilized location. So first, our major to turn to our first major insight, um, my Excel analysis clearly shows that the night market is the busiest location on campus. Honestly, because look at that compared to the rest of the locations, night market is way ahead of all the other locations. And let's look at why the night market is way ahead of the rest of the locations. So while price matters, honestly, price matters. Our data shows that location is the ultimate deciding factor for UG students because the night market is the most utilized location because of its convenience. However, my analysis uncovered a slight major issue. Because students are logged in to this location by proximity, vendors have high inconsistent pricing. We found that the price of a single meal can vary by as much as 15 cedis depending on the vendor. Yeah. And this lack of transparency is exactly what our proposed solution aims to fix. Yes, this is what we aim to fix. So we move to the next slide. Yes, the proposed solution. So as we can see, this is a model of a board, a digital board with a meal and then a price. So to solve the problem of price inconsistency, I propose the implementation of a campus food value guide using a digital display screen. So as you can see on this slide, the board display current price of staple item like so meal and price. So the meal, let's say jollof, and the price is 15 cedis. Then wache for 20 cedis, fried yam for 10 cedis, and so on and so forth. So the core concept, the core concept is a centralized digital dashboard deployed at the night market and other high traffic hubs to provide real-time price updates for staple student meals. So somebody might ask me, why are we starting with the night market? Like, why? Why not Bush Canteen? Why not Central Cafeteria? Why not somewhere else? Why are we focusing on the night market? So the thing is that the night market, as we saw in the previous slide, is the most utilized hub, most utilized. So starting the pilot there provides the largest possible sample size, giving us the most reliable data to prove that price board is a viable solution for the entire university. So in the next slide, so a phased approach to campus digitalization. So the first phase is the pilot program or the month one, what we do in the first phase. Yes. So I'm not calling the phase one a launch because it implies a system that is permanent and perfect from day one. This system is not permanent because we'll be building on it. So I'm calling it a pilot, which means I'm telling all of you that we are still in the testing phase and we are going to test it in a small scale environment like the night market. So if it works, we commit university funds into it and we blow it up into a full scale rollout. So this makes the project look more financially, let me say, stable or responsible. Yeah. So we can see that in the next slide, feedback and evaluation. So in this month, I'm going to distribute the forms to different people. So they are going to different students at the University of Ghana. They are going to analyze them. They are going to give their feedback, their honest feedback through Google Forms. So they'll give their feedback, and then we'll see how we can improve and make it better. So in the last phase, which is the expansion month, we have gotten our feedback and we have seen how we can improve on this area. So we go straight to implementing it in other areas. So since we start with the night market, we can go to Bush Canteen, Central Cafeteria, and other heavily visited locations for food. So in conclusion, we know that we talk about the summary of impact, the value proposition, the financial empowerment, efficiency, and the final thoughts. So the final thoughts, honestly, this investigation has highlighted a clear intersection between campus economics and student welfare. And my data proves that we have a there's a transparency gap. So it's costing students both time and money. So by adopting this approach I am providing, which is the board, the digital board, we are not just installing the digital screens, we are creating more efficient and supportive campus environment for everyone. So I believe this project lays a solid foundation for a more transparent, budget conscious dining experience at the University of Ghana, honestly. So this is my so this is the end, food affordability and student satisfaction here. So I'll put a video here. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for your time. And I think you can get a full methodology, Excel analysis, and project report via the link provided here. So I look forward to your feedback. Thank you.